Mic check 1 2 1 2. It's the Y2K collector, and I do not have a game room for a few reasons. One of the biggest reasons is because um, I'm very mobile. My life is really set up to be mobile. I've lived in a lot of states. I've lived all across the country, from the East Coast to the West Coast, and so with me, I try to keep things as mobile as possible. There was a point in time where I had thought about trying to set up maybe a game room, but it never really panned out. Just because I utilize a lot of the space in my current house, and it wasn't something that I had really set out to do. I was more interested in having the games and playing the games than necessarily showcasing the games, because I don't do a lot of game room tours. I've done like game shelf tours in the past on the channel, and if I get a chance, maybe I'll try and put the links to those videos in the description for you. But for the most part, a game room isn't really my main thing. Right now, what you're looking at is almost my entire PSP and PS Vita collection. I used to have way more PSP games and way more Vita games, and I actually, like a couple years ago, downsized and sold off about 60% of my Vita collection and my PSP collection. So all I really have now are just the titles that really stood out to me, the ones that I really wanted. Few quick shout outs. Ys the Oath of Felghana, E7, another fave of mine. Um, what else? We have Chili Con Carnage is a good one. The Prinny series is good. What else? Those are the ones that really stand out. I do have the Metal Slug Anthology. Really digging that. Darkstalkers, the collection. That's a cool one. Bounty Hounds is a very interesting and unique game that I have there on the PSP. So I have a lot of like action adventure style games. I do have some RPGs. I've got a couple RPGs: Hexy's Force, Steambot Chronicles, Valkyrie Profile. I do have a few, but for the most part, I try to keep like my PSP collection just really action and adventure. And you'll see the same thing with the PS Vita. Shinobito, Uncharted, Odin Sphere, Dragon's Crown. I've got a good amount of shoot 'em ups on the Vita. Gundemoniums is a good one. Really dig that game. A few standout titles here. Let me see if I can get in a little closer here and turn this around so that you can get a better view. But yeah, this is what it's looking like. Vasara Collection is a really good one. A good standout title. Bunny Must Die. I really like that one. Let's see, what else do we have here? I already mentioned Gundemoniums. A lot of these I've already downloaded, and I kept my PS Vita games kind of sealed. The Vita was trending upward for a while. I want to say like in 2021, 2022-ish. Vita was like all the craze. And then I want to say like at some point it just kind of fell off. The interest in the Vita just, vanished. It evaporated, and people weren't really checking for it anymore. And I'm not really quite sure why. Well, actually, I think I do know why. The reason that comes to my mind mostly is that a lot of the games that were on the Vita just got put onto the Switch. So a good chunk of these games that you're looking at here have been moved over to the Switch. And I think because the Switch is the more accessible console, more people have it, more people play it. That's a big part of the reason why I feel like the Switch kind of just took over and people kind of fell off of the Vita. There are some games that are still, I think, exclusive to the Vita, that we haven't seen moved over to the Switch as of yet. One that comes to mind is Muramasa. Now, I know that there is another Muramasa game, I believe. So you have Muramasa Rebirth, which is on the Vita, but then I think you also have Muramasa Demon Blade on the Wii, which I also have that one as well. I don't know if they're going to bring this to the Switch. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. I think right now, though, this one, Muramasa Rebirth, is still exclusive on the PS Vita. I'm not sure if they came out with a PS3 or a PS4 version of this game, but it's games like that that have me still kind of tied to the Vita. What else? What other games kind of have me tied to the Vita? I know that this is a game that they released on the PS4. I'm pretty sure, Gundamoniums. I don't know if this ever got a Switch release, but that's another pretty good one there. What else? Skyforce. I'm not sure if Skyforce ever got a PS4 port or a Switch port. Maybe it's on the Switch. I'm not sure. You guys can let me know. And then Vasara Collection for sure. Now, I know that they ported this to the Switch because I actually have Vasara Collection on the Switch. That's a big reason why I kept my Vita version sealed, because my Switch version is actually, I've played it in the past. It's a pretty good game. It's a pretty good shoot 'em up. I've mentioned before that I have a lot of like really random shoot 'em ups in my collection, and maybe I'll pull together a video, perhaps maybe later on this afternoon, just talking about maybe my top 10 shoot 'em ups. I just don't feel like shoot 'em ups are a popular genre, or as popular. I feel like older gamers like shoot 'em ups. I don't know if the younger generation is as on shoot 'em ups as like maybe some of the older folks. But yeah, you know, I kind of keep my collection in boxes right now just because I am going through a bit of a purge at the moment. I've got about, 5 or 6 boxes of games that I'm putting together for a massive trade that I'll be doing here real soon. Not sure if I'm going to record it or not, because I will be kind of doing some local stuff, and then I'll also be doing some traveling to make some trades happen. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Like, one of the things that I'm noticing is like the game hunting videos are really dying down. Game hunting videos are really dying down. I'm not seeing as many of them. And I'm starting to see more interviews on YouTube, which is great because I love learning about different retro game store owners and different things like that. But I don't think the opportunities for game hunting are there like they were even a few months ago. And with GameStop kind of changing things around and going this whole retro store route, I think the opportunities even at GameStops are becoming more and more limited, because they're starting to clamp down on those snaggletooth, like loose games that you might find at a regular GameStop. So they're putting the clamps on that. And I think it's just overall, like, this is that season. Like, it's that time of year where it just gets harder to source games and find games out in the wild. It's just, no one's really having the yard sales. No one's really doing a lot of selling like that. And this is a good time for like meetups and like, if you have a local store near you that does like game trade events, or they have promotions, Thanksgiving promotions, Halloween promotions, holiday promotions, Christmas promotions, this is kind of that time of year. So we'll see what happens, but I don't foresee myself setting up a game room anytime soon. Maybe when I buy the new house, which I'm looking forward to purchasing a newer home here, with not too far from now. So got some things in the works. But maybe in the new house, I may set up a section of a room. I'll pull a GameStop and I'll set up a section of a room that has like my retro games and all my video games. But I don't know if I'll ever dedicate an entire room to gaming. I may just kind of take a portion of like a family room or a playroom or an office space and kind of create like a built-in shelf or a built-in wall shelf for all the games, and kind of have a section for the video games, and then maybe some of my favorite books. But we'll see what happens with that. Those are some of the morning thoughts. I'm gonna be getting some errands knocked out today here. Have pretty much a full day of errands to go ahead and take care of. But I will catch you in the next video. I also need to go get a new cord so that I can get back to recording and making those edited videos for you guys. It's just, I have to go out and find that cord. So I think I'm going to try and do that today. But until the next video, I will catch you all. It's the Y2K Collector. Take it easy.